I'm very excited. I'm going to be showing one of my favorite bases. It's a base that I've built a ton of times. I've, I've survived, multiple wipes in this base, and this is one of the best 2x1s, personally, in my opinion, that you could build right now. You could obviously argue it otherwise, but you know, let's just get straight into it. So it's 2 TC base, 3 TC total. Um, this is the upkeep on one side. So I'm just gonna give you guys a quick tour of the base. So you walk in here. This is the airlock. Um, this is the inner peak area, Peakdowns subsection. A lot of these door frames should be filled with garage doors, but just didn't really get to it. You guys get the point. So you climb up here. There should be a ladder hatch there too. This is sort of like your foyer area. Got boxes here, 2 drop loot rooms. You jump down, you got another loot room here. Then through this garage door, you get to main core. Main core consists of 2 loot rooms, your workbench, and your TC. This is the upkeep on the main core of the base. It's relatively, cheap. You can obviously, it varies how much stuff you have upgraded to high qual and whatnot. So uh, I believe, our base currently right now, because I was gonna showcase at the end of this video, I'm gonna showcase the vanilla base that I have, or like this build, but on vanilla, which I'm currently surviving on. So that one, I believe yesterday I got it up to 32 hours, and the outers I got to 40 hours, which was awesome. Um, yeah, and also my base has a China wall, and the China wall is optional. If you guys really do want to see how I built the China wall, I will drop a tutorial for that as well. Just let me know down below. Um, so yeah, this is sort of the main area. Get 8 boxes in the main loot room. You probably could fit more. So then you get up top here. This is where the bedrooms are, and the locker kits, Peakdowns. Peakdowns are sort of sectioned off. You should have auto turrets here as well too. So a lot of this is, this is like probably the most basic standard version of this base. So okay, so through the Peakdowns, you can get up to the shooting floor through this ladder hatch, which you cannot open for some reason. Let's just remove that. I think it's just glitched. So you go up top, windows for, just in case the shooting floor gets compromised. Shooting floor, make sure you put a single doors into each of these door frames so people can't get through. Through this ladder hatch, you can go up and actually get up onto the very top. You can potentially have a mini garage up here. I have wind turbines on one side, just like this. So all the way up. And yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can build a shooting floor as well. Like I was saying, this is probably the most basic version of this base. Just don't roast me in the comments below, being like, "Oh my god, this base sucks." There's definitely better bases out there, but I think this is relatively cheap. It's fairly expensive to raid. It's got peak downs, and the starter base is a 2x1, which is, you know, it's, it's quite affordable for, solos, duos, trios. I feel like you probably do up to 6 people, but I think anything more than that is a little bit unreasonable. Let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. I'm very excited to be bringing you guys. This is a base that I have built, probably over a dozen times. I've survived multiple online raids in this base, and I'm not saying it is the best 2x1 in the server, but in my opinion, it's one of the better base designs. Um, Give massive credit to H June for sort of showing this in a video, and then also Joshy, who I'm going to be linking below. This is sort of a variation between the two with some add-ons that I have inputted myself, stuff that I thought was reasonable for offline raids and online raids. Since I have a pretty busy schedule, a lot of the times I can't be playing 24 hours a day. And this base allows me to sort of enjoy the best of both worlds. So what you're going to want to do is find a relatively flat spot. This is a great server. It's a build server just because it kind of gives a little bit of reality to it, like just because of the terrain. A lot of the base build servers they have are all completely flat, so you can build massive structures. Here you're gonna have to work with the terrain just like you are in vanilla. Nothing's perfect. So, and just like vanilla, we're gonna be working on this base in sections. Because a lot of the times you start out you're short on mats, short on metal to make doors and whatnot. So okay, so I'm gonna be working with stone here. Um, you can do whatever you want. You can start with twig. Well, you can't do twig, but you gotta do at least wood. So simple 2x1. Then you do triangle honeycombing on one side and one triangle off of the 2x1 on this in this sort of manner. This will be your starter base and the core of your main base. So you're gonna seal that off. You're gonna use double doors, wood double doors or whatever double doors you get. Here I'm just putting on armored just because it sort of popped up in my menu. Like I said, you can use garage doors, sheet metal doors, wood doors, whatever the circumstance is, doesn't really matter. And place the seed just like this. Then you're gonna do other sort of loot rooms. So the main core has 2 loot rooms and a total of 8 boxes. Right behind me, you're gonna place the tier 3, or tier 1, or tier 2, whatever you're on. But the workbenches basically are all right here, because this is where you're gonna be operating out of. Once you got this section down, just like this, you have to go and obviously obtain some more materials and start building up the second floor. Second floor is going to be just like this. Very simple. Wall off this entire thing. And the only really blueprints that you need for this base is triangle ladder, hatch ladder, and garage door. Which I know seems like a lot, but once you sort of get established, it should be a piece of cake. And like I said earlier, this tutorial I'm trying to be as thorough as possible. This is meant for people who don't know much about building. So if you don't like me talking, just sort of mute it and maybe put it up to 1.5 speed. And so, because like I said, I'm trying to just explain every little bit that I can, so people can build this awesome base. Right over here, you're gonna have another loot room. And you don't have to build the base in this exact manner. Like, my base on vanilla is maybe slightly different than this, but it's pretty much the same idea. Like I said, I just added stuff onto it to make it sort of more approachable and just stuff that I thought was reasonable. This is the third floor, and this is where your jump up is gonna be to get into the main core. Just like this. And actually, sorry, you remove that and place a triangle out just like this. This will be the jump up to get to your peak floor. So just leave that just like this. Obviously, here you need doors. So start putting down, doors that you need. Boxes go right here. This is usually where the drop box area is, or just another loot room for you to place your, to keep your loot, keep it safe. A few boxes there. Behind, I usually keep like, you know, research table, lockers, stuff like that. And, you know, in the title it does say 2 to 4 people. You could do more. You could do less. Right now, I'm currently living out of it as a duo, and like I said, I'll be showing this at the end of the video. I'm surviving on vanilla using this exact same base. It's on a Rusty Moose server, which you guys will get to see at the very end of the video. Okay. So after this is finished, you're gonna go like this, put some walls down. This will be your drop chests. Got 4 more boxes here, so if you're worried about space, like I said, there's quite a bit of space in this base. Like, you could do more. It's sad that they sort of patched the vending machines, because I used to utilize those a lot, but this sort of worked for me, and I'm sure it'll work for you. Okay, so after this part is complete, we're gonna be working on the multi-TC part, because as soon as this is done, you should multi-TC it as soon as possible, because a lot of the times people will come and grief you and do dirty stuff like that, and this base heavily relies on the multi-TCs, so you need to make sure that it is secured. Okay, so triangle at each side. For the time being, you could just place a ladder to sort of go up, and then place another door there. So I know, like, this is actually the only annoying part that I've experienced. So because I didn't have triangle ladder hatch at the very beginning, and because I didn't have ladders, I had to use build-ups. So stuff like this, except it was twig, and then you go and sort of build up to the actual base itself, which I know isn't the most convenient thing, because a lot of times people use it to climb onto your base and, like, door camp you and stuff. But it's the only way that you could sort of get up top, since the entrance is on the 3rd floor, or sorry, yeah, 3rd floor. I'm kind of confused for a second. Okay, so once you've gone this far and have this sort of this footprint here, just in this exact manner, do these walls behind here. So it should look something like this. I'm gonna just show you guys from the top. So it's a 2x1 with honeycomb on each side and triangles poking out. And this actually has the exact same thing at the front here too. Just like that. Boom. Okay. So now we're going to be working on the multi-TCs. Very important that you guys pay attention here, because a lot of people get this wrong. Multi-TCs aren't the easiest things to sort of complete. So you're going to build 3 triangles off of the front triangle that you place for your front entrance. Just like this. So 1, 2, 3, and then you're gonna go 8 squares out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was lucky enough to have this sort of not interfere, but at times you have to, use elevated squares and triangles to sort of, finish it, because because of the terrain of the map. So once you go 8 squares out, this is 8 squares. You're gonna want to keep one and delete 7 of them from the back side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you're gonna remove all of the triangles that are here as well. So after you have this one square sitting here, you're gonna go out. I think you're gonna do this 3 times, or triangles only, 4 times even, until you sort of get very close but not touching to this front triangle. This will be your airlock to get into the main core. These 3 triangles here. This we won't be needing anymore. Excuse me. Alright, so after you've done this, you're gonna go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I usually do 7 plus a triangle. And then you place your outer TC. Place a window. Actually, another BP that you need is strengthened glass window, or I believe it's called strengthened glass window. This one here. Yeah. So there's reinforced glass windows, which are the high core ones, and the strengthened ones, which are 3 rockets versus the 4 rockets for the reinforced ones. Oops. Just remove this triangle. To do that. Okay. So that's good. You're good on that one side. Then we're gonna do the other side. Same exact way. You're gonna build 3 triangles off of the very front, so that the triangle is sort of pointing backwards. We're gonna go out 8 squares again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're gonna remove 7 squares once again. Luckily that we didn't have to sort of elevate or lower the squares because the terrain here is pretty good. In your case, it might be a bit, you know, a bit more hills on it and stuff. So in that case, just make sure you use elevated squares or lower the squares. So then we do the half moons. I call these half moons because they sort of resemble a half moon. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, that's done. Once again, this is going to be your airlock to get into your main core where the Peakdowns are going to be. The rest we remove. Then, if you guys remember from the other step, if anyone's following along, we go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a triangle. Okay. So secured that, obviously make sure to throw upkeep in the TC, because otherwise it will decay. Once you're done this, we're going to be working on basically the outside sort of layer of the base that holds up the Peakdowns and just also the shooting floor. So on the side that you didn't place any external TCs, you're gonna go out 2 squares, sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2. After you've done that, place 2 triangles or on the closer square to the base. 2 triangles on the square closest to the base. So right now we're forming the outer shell. Then to sort of seal this part off, you're gonna do a square off of the TC triangles that you placed here, and then put a triangle down here. Now keep in mind, this is very important. So this triangle right now, I know it seems like it's connected to this foundation, but it's actually not. It's not connected until you place a wall that's connecting this to the main TC. Because right at this very moment, like if we do this again on this side, this triangle will decay if you don't do this step here, because it's just not connected to any TC. It's sort of by itself right now. I know it's really weird, but so just make sure that you, like, if you are placing this triangle here, it will decay unless you place the window and a wall for the front, like on the front airlock here. This is where you're going to be coming into the main base. Wall here, and a double door frame there, and roofs. And you know what, let's just do the exact same thing on the other side, just to sort of make it symmetrical and so you guys understand what I'm doing. Okay, so triangle and a square off of the outer TC that's sitting here. Same thing on the other side. Now I know what you're thinking, yeah, there is a small gap here, but trust me, once the base is sort of being built up and finished, there's door frames here to sort of cover this gap, so it'll be very minimal. Like, it's definitely one of the smaller gaps that I've seen on multi-TC bases, so don't worry, don't be panicking, it's gonna look fine, it's gonna be good. Like, okay, so after you finish that, like I said, make sure that you do this step here, because otherwise this triangle will decay. Place a single door there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 strengthened glass windows at the very front there. Okay. Now also I forgot to say, this base actually does come with an optional China wall. I know, like, it sounds mad, like, oh, how can you get a China wall with 4 people? Trust me, I just did it right now as a duo. Like I said, I'll be showcasing my base in vanilla. It is doable. It is a lot of extra upkeep, so you gotta be in an area that has a ton of stone. But if you guys do want to see the China wall, just keep watching until the end, because China wall does add on this certain aesthetic that makes the base, you know, just look, you know, insane. Honestly, I'm a big fan of China walls. I know a lot of people aren't, but it works. It really works, and I think it works well. So continuing on, I'm gonna be filling in the base with walls all around here. So wall, wall, wall. And then you're gonna do another one here. So I usually try and make it symmetrical. So since we have the wall on this side, on this TC, we're gonna put the wall on this side on the other TC. So we're gonna do it right over here. Boom, just like that. And a double door frame there. At the very front, you're gonna use 2 single doors. Mine are armored. Yours can be sheet metal. I believe the ones that I have on vanilla right now are also sheet metal, but this door is actually a garage door. Excuse me. Okay. The next step is to get the outer walls sort of finished. So you're gonna want to go 3 high with these ones. 3 high, and then I think it's Peakdowns on the floor. Okay, so that. Okay, so if you guys are sort of tired of hearing me talk, you can just mute it and put it up to a higher speed and sort of fast forward through it. Alright, so remember I was telling you guys about the gaps, so I have a way to cover them up, so this is what I was talking about. So you put 2 door frames there. This is actually to divide the peaks and have it so that they're sort of sectioned off, and basically if the raiders get one side of the peaks, they can't get the other side, which is really neat, I think. Put those like that, and what did I tell you? So I know the foundations, you can sort of see through it, but the rest of the base, look, you can't see it. Like, you can't see in it. It's actually awesome. Like, so this side actually also incorporates 2 garage doors, and eventually to secure the whole base, you're gonna want to high qual up the core. It'll definitely like help you out, you know, in terms of raiding costs, because an armored wall is 15 rockets rather than it being 4 for stone. So obviously down the road, if you have if you have mats to spare, make sure that you're upgrading the base, like, you know, as you're sort of progressing. Okay, so coming up here are, like, this is basically the peak floor. Since the elevations weren't elevated on that one side, the way this base works is that the outer, like these foundations that are coming from the outer TCs have to be elevated in order for the peaks to be aligned. So since I didn't do that, and I didn't do that on my base in vanilla too, you're gonna have to put half walls all around here to make sure that the peaks are on level with the actual base. And you'll see what I'm talking about. It will make sense if you just keep sort of watching, and I'll explain what I'm doing. So this is where you come out. This is extra space for walker kits and stuff. I usually do put a walker there. I think right now on my base in vanilla, I actually placed my TC right over here because it got raided second day of the wipe. But like, you can place your TC really anywhere you want. You know, it can be second floor, third floor, or first floor. In my case, I think my TC's not like well hidden, but it's better than it was like on being on the first floor. And like, I think it'll confuse the raiders and make them waste more boom because they'll need to get to every floor in order to get my TC. So I'm not like, you know, I'm just like, this is a very like basic design. You can complicate things yourself and sort of, you know, put your own twist on it. I'm just letting you guys know like how to build it. So now we're gonna be working on the peaks. Peaks are fairly simple. Do half wall there, triangle, triangle, another half wall there. It's very symmetrical, so you do the same thing on every side, basically. Just like that. This, that. Okay, so don't place the triangle there, whatever you do, because you're gonna have actually door frames in between here for stability for the shooting floor. Since this base is multi-TC, stability is a little bit of an issue at times. Well, I actually forgot to do the walls on this side, so I'm gonna have to go back and do that right now. Do double door frames there, double door frames there. Remove that, make sure it's all gone. Just remove that. Okay. And then more, obviously, walls here. So actually, I'm gonna jump down right now and do those other sectioning walls, the Peakdowns. What's actually really nice about these Peakdowns too, like, you have tons of space here for stuff like extra boxes, you know, drop chests. You could actually place an oil refinery in between as well. I'll show you guys right now. I believe, yeah, me and my buddy, when I think it was last night, we ended up placing a refinery right in the other peaks as well, just in the corner here, which is nice. Cause you got the walls here, walls here. Okay, so I'm just gonna no clip up, just to show you guys sort of what we have so far, what it should look like. I know it kind of looks like a mess right now, but believe me, it's gonna look like a base. So you're gonna put ceilings up at the top here. So these peak downs, will be actually your jump up. You have to get to your peak downs in order to jump up to the actual roof. So kind of interesting. And H-Jun actually, like, this isn't the first time that he's done this sort of style. I don't know if anyone knows the H-Jun 2x2. With the multi-TCs, it's similar concept with the elevated foundations on the outside. So you basically use the jump up in the peaks to get up to the roof as well. Very similar concept. And honestly, I'll probably do another base build video on that other H-Jun 2x2 just because it's very popular as well. Okay, walls all around here. Okay, so that's that. Then we basically have to do half walls. Remember I was saying, since our foundations weren't elevated, we have to make sure that everything's on like level with the peak downs and everything. Technically, the peak downs are on like 3.5 levels up, rather than like standard peak downs come on the third floor, basically 90% of the time. Okay, so after you've done this, you're gonna want to seal it just like this. Make sure that got everything sealed up here. And then I'll show you guys how to do the shooting floor and the roof. Coming up to that right this very second. Kind of crazy. I didn't think I could build base this fast, but I'm doing it. Okay. So once you get to this part here, so this is where the bedrooms are located. You're gonna want to go like this, like that. You're gonna place locker kits all around here for your base defense. See, the reason why I said this base was 2 to 4 people is because honestly, on the shooting floor, or sorry, on the peak down floor, I think you can really only place like 4 beds without it being too cramped. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said. And then you do another locker kit in this little triangle here. Bang, just like that. Door frames, garage doors everywhere, obviously. Garage doors in between here. Fill this all up with doors. As many doors as possible. So, going back, these 2 squares are what you're actually going to use to jump up onto your shooting floor. So you can go like this, wall that off, and then so, like, do you guys understand why I did this? Basically, so you couldn't use the same jump up to get up to, like, you have to, if you're going through this side, you're gonna go get to that side, but if you're gonna go through this side, you're gonna get to that side, you know what I'm saying? So, once you finish this, you're gonna get a couple of ladder hatches. I don't think I have ladder hatches on my base in vanilla currently, but I will be placing them later tonight. So one ladder hatch like this, one ladder hatch like that, okay? Do a door frame there, because these are basically both facing different directions. So, because you want to be able to access your shooting floor from multiple sides, just in case this gets compromised or the other, vice versa. And then obviously a couple of doors here for security purposes. Then you're gonna place a couple of windows and a door, and another couple windows and a door. This will give you sort of like a better view of the shooting floor. Like one, just in case it does get compromised, you can you can use these, like sort of pick them up, you know, shoot out of them. I think I have strengthened glass windows right now on these, so you could as well, but I'm saying like once you pick them up, you can use them to shoot at people and shoot at the raiders and whatever, you know. Just a couple doors there. And then now we're going to be doing the shooting floor. So shooting floor is fairly simple. It actually just consists of squares. So you're going to do a square on every side where you can fit a square. You're going to, like, yeah, there's a couple of sections where there's two of them side by side. Basically just like that. In order for people not to get inside your shooting floor, you're going to place these door frames here. They have to be facing this exact way. So, because otherwise they will not work. If you place them this way, the door basically won't be able to block the raider from going in. Because the whole idea is that you're going to place doors that allow you to peek over this, but not sort of fall through and, you know. So every square has to have a door frame, except for these double squares here. Like, you need to place a door frame there. And then you do windows. Windows all around, all around, all around. Let's take a look at what we've got so far. So this is the base. Looks good. Looks solid. This actually supposed to be honeycombed, so I have yet to do that. We're gonna do that at the very end. I don't think my base is actually even honeycombed or vanilla either. And yeah, that's basically it. So after this, you're gonna wanna just put floors all around. I think this is what I was saying. There's some stability issues at times, so actually, this is one of the issues that I've run into in the past. So basically, which means that I think below we're having some stability issues. Let me just go check it out. Jump down. Okay, so we got door frames there, door frames there. There's a way that I did this. I sort of freestyled the end of it, because like I said, there's stability issues, but here, let's figure it out. Okay, just like that. Yeah. So I know this doesn't actually touch the other side, but this is how it's supposed to be. It's the only way you can do it. Then on either side, you're gonna place ladder hatches to get to the actual floor. to get to the actual shooting part, because we're gonna have roofs sort of surrounding this place, so you can take heli from it and stuff like that. And you know, this is like, this roof is the most basic you could do. I'm sure there's other ways to do it. This is just the way that I did it, and you're welcome to sort of try out and just try different designs and see what kind of stuff that you can come up with. I'm excited to see it, really am. Okay, so this also a problem here. Okay, so just like that. Or just like that, actually. Yeah, this is way better. Okay, make sure that wherever you can, you place door frames. It'll really help the stability out. Door frames wherever you can place them. Because certain places like this one, it overlaps. But to improve the stability on the very top, you're gonna need these. Like, it's very important. Okay, so ladder hatch there. See, it's no longer sort of crashing, or it's not just instantly breaking because it has no stability to sort of be there. Okay, it's looking really good. So that's, I think that's how you do that. This. Just make sure that it's all sort of even. I don't think it is. Just looking at this one as well. Yep. So this is actually, I think, perfectly even now. Look at that. Yeah. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Ladder hatches on. I don't know why I'm placing cold locks there. Not like it matters. Obviously, make sure you guys cold lock every door. This is a build server. Just trying to showcase you. Okay. So we're almost there. Once this is finished, you're gonna want to go and farm up some more stone, so you could put up these roofs. These roofs go in a circle straight around the base. Okay. I was worried that I wasn't able to place it there, but seems alright so far. Trouble sometimes placing these. I think there's no door frame there or something. That's literally why. Okay. Alright. Give that a little 360-degree view. Okay, so after you're done with that, you're basically finished. Remember to put doors in every one of these door frames up on the shooting floor, just so raiders can't get through. I'll show you what I mean by that. So if you have a door there, like, you can get another person to push you through, but if you're just by yourself, it's impossible for you to get into your shooting floor unless you pick out this window. For Honeycomb, we're gonna drop down and I'll show you guys what the Honeycomb looks like. Just place triangles on this side. 4 triangles total. 1, 2, and then the other 2 on the other side. Very simple honeycomb. Basically just straight triangles. This one is square honeycomb. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You know what, yeah, let's just do 2 at a time, just easier. Just like this, that. Make sure that there's no backwards walls. And I usually do the, all the way up to the top, or maybe to the peak down floor. For now, I'm just gonna finish it off with the 2 levels here. But the whole thing is like, if you're being rocketed, they're gonna have to go through the honeycomb because a rocket can only splash 2 levels high and 2 levels wide. So make sure that you do put honeycomb on at least 2 levels here, just like I did in this base. Okay. This is it, guys. This is it. Alright, well, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about the base. This was my first ever base build video. I was very excited to show you guys this. I was working on it for a bit, so make sure to, drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will be posting more videos. I have a ton of hours in this game, so it's been a long time coming. I've been wanting to make videos. It's very time consuming, so I'm looking forward to the feedback that I receive. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Alright, so I know that it looked like the video was being finished, but I did promise you guys a vanilla base tour of the same base. So I'm not going to tell what server this is. This is a Rusty Moose server, but oh, somebody laddered on to our stuff. This is a Rusty Moose server. We're currently playing on it as we speak, so I will not be showing the server, but and I have my HUD off because I was recording like some cinematics earlier. So you can see this base does come with a China wall. This is completely optional. You don't have to build a China wall. I'm playing with my teammate Nigel. Nigel, say what up. What up? So right now we just figured out, like, actually just logged in after being finished work, and same with him. So apparently they raided through a couple doors on the other side. Yeah, a couple doors are missing here. Holy crap. Got straight to our refinery area. So same base. I didn't honeycomb the second floor because we just didn't get the chance to last night. We're both super tired. I'll go walk through the front door, basically just show you guys how it is. So we've got some drop chests here. Just some random stuff here, nothing crazy. There's Nige. walk through. And keep in mind, we got raided a couple days ago, so we started from scratch basically. So we're not really that loaded, but as a duo, I think we're doing okay. So these same exact layout here. Some drop chests. So you get to the main core here. And got my tier 3 there. I moved my TC to another spot. I think I explained that in the video, just because we got raided. And since when you get raided, you have to destroy both the TCs on the outside to place this middle one here. So we have some stuff here, nothing too crazy. Got a little bit of stuff. So that's the core. Our upkeep, I believe, is like something like 100 high qual a day. It's because we were pretty loaded on high qual. We only got 2 beds here. Our TC is actually right behind there. Got a couple kits here for defending. I have yet to place these doors. But yeah, you guys get the point. And I've yet to place the ladder hatches like I had in the other video, so, or in the base that I had built on the custom server. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see how to do the China wall. It's pretty straightforward. I'll be happy to explain it. Thanks again for watching. Drop a like, whatever, all that goodness.